Good morning, everybody. I'm Maggie from Intuitive Twin Flame, and I'm doing a collective twin flame reading today on the energy of the divine masculine and the energy of the divine feminine. And just like I've been doing in my previous videos, is I'm pulling from my Grateful Dead tarot deck first, because this is a new deck of mine I absolutely love, but it's very deep, and I am very much about bonding with my tarot, with new tarot decks. That's why I don't get very many of them. And so just to give you an idea, that this new deck that I have has a huge hardcover book. And so every single tarot card deck has like almost 2 pages of reading to do. And I've learned a lot. I've deeply connected at a different level with each one of the tarot cards and the energies of each one of them through this new deck. And so what I'm doing is I'm pulling one card, and then I'm taking the top and the bottom off of the deck, and then I read on each one of those cards so that I can get just like a beginning start of this reading energy. And then I'm going to go through in this reading, and I'm going to pull clarification cards. I've got 3 different decks. I don't know if I'll use all 3 of them. It depends on what I'm pulling and what I'm feeling so at the time. And then I will also pull from the intuitive. I've got the intuit messages. So this is an oracle, very direct messages that can come through from your counterpart. Okay, so first thing I want to say, I pulled for the divine masculine first. And what I am getting from the initial energy is I got the 3 of Skulls in reverse, which is the 3 of Swords. And the 3 of Swords in reverse is about, at least in this deck, it's about a lot of arguing in his physical life, okay? So if you're in separation with your divine masculine, he's having a lot of, arguments and conflict in his life, in his 3D reality with the people around him. It could be karmic partners, it could be family, it could be people he's working with or friends. It could also be conflict within himself as well. If you are in contact with him, this could be conflict between the 2 of you that's coming up as well. So with every reading that I do, always remember this is a collective reading, which means that I'm reading on a lot of different energies in the collective right now. So please take what fits in your situation. And if something doesn't fit, leave the rest. If this reading does not resonate with you, maybe my next one will. That's how collective readings work. Okay, so I'm going to get going here. And just another thing is, if you like my video and you resonate with it at all, I would much appreciate you to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And that does help you come into my energy. So in readings in the future, your energy may come through in your divine masculine or divine feminine, whatever you may be. Your counterpart's energy may come through a much better chance if you put your energy out there onto my channel as well. So it's kind of a benefit for me and a benefit for you too, because hopefully I can give you some messages to help you in on your journey. All right, so let's get going. The very first card that I get is the 3 of Swords in reverse. Like I said, that is about conflict and feeling betrayed. And so that's your divine masculine's very first energy that comes up. The second energy that came up was the Journey card, which is the Chariot card. Okay, so I feel heavily that this is indicative to the journey, to his journey. And I did get all swords energy for him, for the divine masculine. So there's a lot in the divine masculines going through the head space right now. A lot of running thoughts, chasing thoughts, that type of thing. So with the Journey card coming up, I feel like this is just kind of really coming up that this is part of his journey, okay? This is part of the divine masculine's journey to go through what he's going through right now. So I just want to get some additional energy here. I also got the King of Swords as well. So that's about being all in his head. Again, trying to be rational, right? The divine masculine is always rational, always in this intellect, thinking, trying to make sense of things. But what else do we need to know, Spirit, with this Three of Swords in reverse with the divine masculine and the twin flame collective, please and thank you. Okay, so we actually get two cards here. We get, okay, funny. So we get the Six of Cups in reverse, which is about memories and revisiting the past. Can be about return of somebody in the past as well. But I'm feeling the self-love, which is the Ace of Cups in reverse, came up as well too. So this is a time of reflection. It also could be being repressed in emotion, which would make a lot of sense as to why the divine masculine, the swords came up with being in the headspace, really trying to rationalize these emotions that he is having. But really at this time, trying to do some self-reflect and taking care of himself, and learning to love himself, because the Three of Swords, even though it is, you know, the swords energy is all in the head, it is the One Swords card that talks about heartbreak, okay? So I a lot of times with the Three of Swords in the reverse can mean there's a lot of healing going on in the heart space too. So I'm feeling with this self-love card with the Ace of Cups that there is this need to go back to the basics and figure out what the divine masculine truly really loves, you know, really wants in a loving relationship, what sparks him emotionally. I feel like there's just been a lot of heartbreak for the divine masculines in the collective right now. And that's forcing him to be in his head, because when the divine masculines are hurt, they tend to go into their headspace to rationalize those feelings. We also get nostalgia, the Six of Cups. So yes, there is this, you know, thinking about the past, thinking about the mistakes that were made, especially regarding, I feel like, you know, the divine feminine, because upright, this is kindred's kind of comforting connection. And that's really what he's been up in his head about, is this, he hasn't had that in his reality. He hasn't had a lot of warmth and loving type of connections. It's been more manipulative of what I've been getting in a lot of the readings that I've been doing. And yeah, so on the top of the deck, I also get the Nine of Cups. And this is about just wanting this happy life, this content life with people around that are, you know, that feel good and that are comforting, and not people that are going to be manipulative. And this is an emotionally fulfilled card. It's wishes come true. Okay. And that's really what this heartbreak is about. And this conflict is about. At the bottom of the deck, I have the Wheel of Fortune. This can be karmic cycles. So if, you know, like I said, take this as it resonates, but if your divine masculine is in a karmic relationship, or it doesn't have to be a relationship, it could literally be about cycles that, or it can be about work. It can be about anything that keeps going round and round, and there seems to be no beginning and no end to it for the divine masculine. So take this as it resonates, like I said, but this energy of this Three of Swords in reverse has a lot to do with this. And it's also about decisive moments, right? So it's trying to decide what to do about this energy around this kind of betrayal type of energy around him, or argumentative, chaotic, type of energy around them, okay? So let's pull a card for the journey, which is the Chariot card. What is this journey card about for the Divine Masculine, for the collective? Please and thank you. Okay. So I get the Two of Coins, which is the Two of Cups, okay? And on the top of the deck, I noticed the Seven of Cups comes up as well. So there is a balancing act here. So this could be a couple different things that are going on right now on their journey, okay? They could be really trying to balance things in their life, in their physical 3D reality. They could be juggling people. They could be juggling ideas. They could be just trying to prioritize what's priority. They might be having to make quick decisions. It could have to do with their finances, but this is about their 3D reality and balancing something out in their journey. So with the Seven of Cups with many possibilities, I do feel like I'm feeling a heavy energy around a karmic connection here, that this could literally be about going back and forth between their divine feminine and a karmic partner. So wanting to move away, move forward, get out of that energy of the going back and forth between two different things, okay? I'm getting that heavily right now. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck, I get the High Priestess card. And the High Priestess card is the Divine Feminine in Tarot. So I am feeling like deep down, the Divine Masculine knows that the Divine Feminine is the one who, they're the ones that have this, you know, they're intuitively connected to. They have this spiritual connection with that never goes away. And the whole reason why they've even been going back and forth with this energy with the Two of Pentacles is to try to make a decision, to figure out what it is that they want. But with the Chariot card coming through, I feel like they are coming out of this back and forth energy and realizing what really truly makes them happy and wanting to move forward towards that, okay? And understanding that, you know, there has been some confusion about this for sure. But I do feel like they are all up in their imagination with it too, trying to imagine what it would be like to be with their Divine Feminine, because a lot of Divine Masculines haven't even given that a try. They've fought that pretty hard in the past. And I do feel like it has a lot to do with fear. It is all out of fear that they haven't given. And so if you're a Divine Feminine and you're wondering, does my masculine even, you know, want me? Yes, they do. They know that you're the one. It's just that this connection brings up so much for them that they didn't want to deal with. They didn't want to look at within themselves. And so right now they are really in their headspace about things. They are really trying to, you know, imagine what it would be like. A lot of daydreaming type of thing going on here with this energy. Okay, so what is this King of Swords about? This card specifically really does talk about being able to cut things off as needed, knowing the truth, just being in an energy of understanding logically what it is. And so I do feel like that the Divine Masculines in the collective are coming to an understanding of the truth. And so what else do we need to know about this King of Swords? And we get the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles in this deck is somebody that's hardworking, that's grounded, that's secure, that's dependable and stable. So I do feel like that is what, it's funny, we get the King of Swords, and to confirm that, we get the King of Pentacles. And so the King of Swords, which is the headspace and knowing the truth, understands that there needs to be some sort of stability, that there needs to be, he needs to come into this very stable, dependable masculine for his divine feminine. And that is very much what has held the divine masculine back all this time, is not feeling that he was in this space to be able to be the masculine that the divine feminine deserves, right? He knows that you deserve better than what he's been doing this far. So that's that. At the top of the deck, I do get the Queen of Swords. So I feel like the divine masculine sees the divine feminine this way right now, as being somebody that's very mentally strong, because the divine feminine is like what we have as divine feminines have had to put up with, the pain that it's caused, has really had to, it's really made us mentally strong. When I think about my journey and where it started, I was not very mentally strong at that time. And I was just telling my friend yesterday about this, like how much my growth has, when I think about where I used to be and now where I'm at, being able to just allow my divine masculine to do what he's got to do in his life, like grow, learn through the people that are in his life, through karmic partner, through friends and family, and his own mistakes, without feeling the need to have to jump in and tell him what he needs to do or whatnot. Like, I don't do that anymore. I did in the beginning, and I've had to get into this Queen of Swords, somebody that knows how to stay a distance, knows how to be mentally strong, be realistic. Just inner strength is huge right now. So this is the way the divine masculine is seeing the divine feminine right now. And it's really creating this need to want to change for the better. And at the bottom of the deck, I get the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about manifesting dreams. It's leveling up. It is manifesting, it's forward progress. So I feel with the Chariot card, with the divine masculine, and the Three of Wands with this forward progress, it's saying that there really is a lot going on with the divine masculine right now as far as moving forward and making progress in the right direction, okay? So let's get some for the divine feminine now, because I feel like that gives a really good picture as to what the masculine is going through. And if we need to go back to clarify something, we will. But so for the divine feminine, the very first card that came up was the King of Wands, okay, in the upright. And the King of Wands is a visionary. It's so take this as this resonates. This could be somebody in your life that is a fire sign, specifically a Leo. But like maybe you have entertained the idea of dating, and maybe you have decided to have another relationship with somebody. And that person, it could be very, you have to look at the sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Mars. And if that person could very well have a fire sign in their chart. Or this could be your energy, you being a visionary and a leader within yourself, and embodying that King of Wands energy within you. Because remember, the divine feminine does have the divine masculine inside of her. So this could literally be about your divine masculine and how you are dealing with action orientated things. So I'm getting a lot of creativity with the divine feminine right now, and that's how she is dealing at this moment, is really going inward and being creative within her life, so in one way or another, whether that be, learning something new, taking up something passionate for you, something like that. But that's what I'm seeing for the divine feminine. And we get the page of the Page of Wands as well. And the Page of Wands is also, you know, just really feeling in and just feeling your emotions and being very connected to your emotions. I feel like the Divine Feminine in the past, you know, did everything she could to shut her emotions off because they were so painful. And she's finally getting to a point of acceptance of these emotions for herself, for the journey, for her Divine Masculine, and understanding that she has to find that within herself, okay? So there's this creative energy coming through. I also did get this, the Blues card, which is the Hangman card. Very interesting card here. So this Hangman card is about just looking at things from a different perspective, okay? And I feel like it's kind of like this energy of, I'm going to be still. I'm going to look at this different, and I'm going to stop trying to take action towards my masculine. I'm going to stop trying to, you know, control things and try to get results that I haven't gotten before. And those types of energy, it's more of a stillness and just kind of looking at things differently and trying to find answers within. You know, the moon is in the background, so very much about using your intuition and trusting that intuition and knowing that you don't have to take action, right? Because action is actually masculine energy. And so you're kind of like slowing your masculine energy down and going within and not, you know, driving and controlling that masculine energy within you, and just letting your masculine do that work, okay? All right. So let's actually get a clarification card in each one of these cards. So the King of Wands, what is this about? And the Twin Flame Collective for the Divine Feminine. Please, thank you. What is this King of Wands? And I also am getting like, this king is like throwing stars out and just kind of like, I'm feeling like with this creativity, it's kind of like, you know, the Divine Feminine is kind of sprinkling, like the stars represent wishes, I feel like, and it's almost like, I want this, I want that in my life. This is what I'm, you know, this is where I see things, and just kind of throwing those wishes around and seeing where they fall, seeing what is going to come to her. What is this King of Wands about? Just give me a clarification. Okay, so I'm feeling okay, so first of all, I got the Nine of Wands. It's this Wounded Warrior card. So I'm feeling like, and with the Five of Cups on the top of the deck, that's about reaching for things that do not feel like you can actually get at, okay? And this is about loss and grief too as well. And so I'm feeling like between these two cards that this is what has initiated the Divine Feminine to get into this energy of going within, finding your own passions, not taking action anymore, just kind of being in an acceptance type of energy with all of this and seeing what is going to happen, what the Divine Masculine is going to decide to do, and just not really being in a waiting energy, just being in energy within herself and trying to find things that she's passionate about and that really spark her. And yeah, with the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, this is about working, you know, working towards something. So developing a skill, you know, like Divine Feminine, I see them really picking up something to learn, or to a skill of some sort that they're passionate about right now, to kind of like get them out of this energy that they've been in for so long. And this Wounded Warrior, that's what initiated it. Like, they're just sick and tired of hurting, okay? All right, let's get a card on this page of Wands as well. So it's funny, like the Divine Feminine is all in her passions and the Divine Masculine is all in his head. Okay. Wow. Okay, so the Nine of Swords comes out for the Divine Feminine, and this is this is confirming the Page of Wands, which remember was about finding something creative, being surrendering and just kind of her emotions and feeling them and being connected to her feelings. And I'm feeling what these clarification cards are saying is this is what's put the Divine Feminine in this place, because the Divine Feminine have been in this depths of despair and worry and anguish and hopelessness and dark thoughts and, you know, even mental illness and regret and those types of things. And you can only be in this for so long. Like, this is horrible energy, and I felt it too. And now it's time to just kind of, I'll show you the card. This is the Page. This is the Page of Wands. So this is the creative feminine, finding ways to get out of that energy. And the way she's doing that is finding things that she's passionate about, things that make her happy, things, you know, the passion that she misses with her Divine Masculine is kind of like, she's finding it within. She's finding it in other areas of her life. You know, it could very be with another masculine, but it doesn't have to be. Take it as it will. But for me, for instance, it's definitely about finding passions around me that are not, you know, that are just, that it excite me and make me feel passionate. And it's funny, when I do readings, that's why I love to do readings so much, is because it connects me with the way I felt, the things that I missed when I was around my masculine. It feels the same way when I'm doing readings for people. And so it really helps me. And so that's how I deal with it. That's my outlet. But, you know, take that on however that makes sense for you. I'm actually going to use this deck for the next one, because the Hangman energy, what is this about with the Divine Feminine? And if this isn't resonating with you, that you're not doing this at this time, this is giving you the message to start doing that, okay? That's something, a clear message that I got just now. All right, so funny, with this Hangman energy, I get the Lover's card, okay? So the Lover's card is about a choice, and this Nine of Swords came up again on the top of the deck. So this is about anguish and pain, and this is about a choice in a relationship. But I'm feeling heavily that the Divine Feminine is realizing that she needs to start concentrating on her relationship with herself first. But this is a really, really good card, because I am also feeling that this Hangman energy with the Divine Feminine is really bringing the Divine Masculine around, because it did fly up and fall on the Divine Masculine's pile. And so I am feeling like that this Hangman energy that the Divine Feminine's in, with going within and just kind of looking at things in a different point of view, is really forcing the Divine Masculine to start to look at this connection and realize what, you know, it is what it is, you know, and thinking about it and daydreaming about it. And so this was on the top of the deck for the Divine Feminine. So this is the energy that you're coming out of, and that is clarified by, that's the Lover's card here. At the bottom of the deck, I get the Seven of Wands. So this is about casting away doubt and fear, for sure, for the Divine Feminine. You're not doubting this journey as much as you used to. You're not doubting yourself as much as you used to, or your Divine Masculine. This is about knowing that they don't truly ever go away, that they're always connected to you. And I feel like the Divine Feminine is definitely feeling that right now. She's feeling her Divine Masculine coming around into that energy of wanting to make a quick decision, wanting to, you know, really tapping into his emotions, starting with himself and what he loves and what makes him emotionally fulfilled again. And, you know, remembering the past, that lots of memories coming up and reminiscing and things like that going on within him. And so this is a really cool energy to be going on with the twin flames right now. I'm really liking it. Okay. And I resonate with this highly. So please let me know if you resonate with this too, because I talked to other twin flames that I think that they're feeling something similar to this energy, that their masculine is, if he's not reaching out to you in the physical, you're having dreams about your divine masculine right now, because he's trying to connect to you in the 5D first. I mean, that's just the way the masculines do it, because they feel more comfortable in the 5D. So, all right, what does the divine, okay, so let's say, I'm not, because I don't know, divine masculines could be watching this or feminine, so I'm not going to make this about just the masculines. What does your counterpart want to say to you in the, what does their higher self want to say to their counterpart? Whether it be divine masculine or divine feminine, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I wanted to send you a message today, but I was afraid to. I don't know if you want to hear from me or if I can say the right things to you. Okay, so this doesn't have to be your divine feminine saying that to you, but it is a woman on the card. But, you know, thinking about sending a message. But there is your divine counterpart, if you're resonating with this reading, could very well be thinking about sending a message to you, but is very reluctant, because it's kind of like, what do I say after all this time? Maybe the last time you saw your counterpart, it wasn't the best of ending to that, and maybe they did something that they're feeling this like stuckness about sending in a message or what to even say. I am getting that heavily. Let's see. I am going to pull one more. Let's see where we are. We're at a half hour. Okay. I'm going to pull one more here from this Magic of You Oracle deck. Unlock your hidden truths. And because I do want to know, what does this communication about that your counterpart wants to actually communicate with you. What does the divine counterpart want to say to the other counterpart that wants to communicate? So I get free yourself in liberation. So this could mean several different things depending on your situation. But I am feeling like heavily there's a lot of karmic type of energy going on lately. So a lot of twin flames that are in connection with, you know, have a karmic connection in their life that they have had. There's a huge energy of wanting to free themselves from this person, from this karmic person. Just because the very first card I got was the Three of Swords in reverse, which is it's a very argumentative, chaotic type of energy. So I honestly am feeling this very strongly for this reading, that this is about a karmic connection, like a person, but this could be about a job too. This could be about anything that's keeping them from their journey, that's keeping them too busy to be able to do the inner work. It could mean that freeing themselves from a karmic cycle of any kind. But with this argumentative energy and this chaotic energy and this conflict type of energy, And this freeing yourself. I keep getting freeing yourself. Ever since we had the new moon in Aquarius, I've been getting that. And mind you, the new moon is like intentions, and it's like the beginning of a new cycle. So I said this, you know, the other day, this is about, the theme of this month is freeing oneself from what doesn't serve, okay, within the twin flame collective. So that's what I'm getting. I feel like this is complete, and I feel like this message was pretty clear. And so, like I said, please take what resonates, throw away the rest, and please subscribe to my channel on YouTube here, and also like the video, helping getting this message out to other twin flames that might need to hear this message too, okay? You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.